Ascension Parish girls soccer coming your way tonight on the REV Game of the Week. I'm Jeff Porsche. Jolie Hartman will be joining me in a little while as we are at DUTCHTOWN High School, Griffin Field, for tonight's district showdown in Ascension Parish between the East Ascension Lady Spartans and the DUTCHTOWN Lady Griffins. When we come back, we'll discuss the game, give you the starting lineups, and then go to the beginning of tonight's match. You're watching the REV Game of the Week.
Your business is as unique as Southeast Louisiana. People, culture, family. We know what it means to be local. REV is the only communications provider with support teams that live and work in the same Louisiana communities that we serve. Customer first localism is truly in our DNA. Our promise is to bring your business the reliability and local support you deserve. We've been connecting communities in Louisiana for 85 years, and we're ready to serve you and your business. REV Business.
The best way to recruit for at-home tailgating is Chris's Specialty Foods. Wings, burgers, briskets, steak, and boudin. All of the 5 stars are at Chris's Specialty Foods. Millerville, New Orleans, Prairieville, and Frisco.
Everybody loves Chris's authentic Cajun meat.
We just moved, so there's millions of...
Valley is in bloom, over 9 acres. When we started, we grew 1/4 of an acre.
Now I'm taking on new projects on the regular.
We always dreamed of having this property, so...
I want to make my yard look as beautiful as...
Largemouth bass.
Yep.
We've got tons of them, don't we, buddy?
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. How will you make the most of yours?
Come see us at Ascension Equipment for John Deere sales and service. Save more today and mow tomorrow.
Piku Builder Supply, your one-stop lumberyard, provides an extensive selection of quality building supplies for your new construction and remodeling. We offer computer-aided estimating of your building and remodeling plans, as well as blueprint copies. From humble beginnings to becoming the industry leader in Gonzales and beyond, Piku proudly supports our local community because we believe in giving back to those who have had a hand in our success. Let the experts at Piku Builder Supply help you with your new project today.
This is a walk-on athlete. They push harder and put their heart into the game. This is the passion we're built on. It's why we put our heart into creating game day with a taste of Louisiana. Walk-ons, we live for this.
Looking for an extraordinary education opportunity? Introducing Ascension Public Schools Early College Option Program, where you can earn a high school diploma and an associate's degree from River Parishes Community College at the same time. Experience the best of both worlds as high school seamlessly blends with college coursework in a rigorous yet supportive program. Yet stay connected to your home high school through clubs, organizations, and sports. And here's the best part. Students pay no tuition or textbook cost. Ascension Public Schools Early College Option Program, where your future begins today.
As a local provider, we understand the unique challenges and rewards as a Southeast Louisiana business. And we're right here with you, powering your business with local know-how and the unmatched service you deserve. Our internet and managed services are more than connectivity. They're our promise to provide the most important thing every business needs, consistency and quality. We're here to help. For a limited time, get 3 months free. REV Business. Visit us at letsrev.biz.
Welcome back to the REV Game of the Week. Pre-game activities right now as the East Ascension Lady Spartans 7-6 on the season take on the DUTCHTOWN Lady Griffins 9-4-3 on the year. I'm Jeff Porsche. Jolie Hartman with me will come in just a moment, but while we set things up and set the table for tonight's broadcast, let's take a look at the two head coaches as we have our first of two girls soccer Ascension Parish district games this week. As tonight we have East Ascension and Dutchtown. Thursday we have Dutchtown at Santamah. On the East Ascension side, Jen Franklin, she's in her 7th year, 51, 58, and 11 overall. Dutchtown, Jared Moss in his 3rd year, still has not lost a district game. That's the most remarkable thing, I think, on his resume, as well as his state finals appearance last season. Overall, he's 46, 13, and 7.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at both of them with being a prior head coach at Santamah High School, Jen Franklin, looking at her for 7 years, being 51, 58, and 11. I want to give kudos to Jen Franklin because of what she has done to build a program. Yes, as you can see, that is a losing record, but what she instills in her players and the capacity that she gives her players in order to play how, she wants them to and they want to, they've always been a fight. I mean, for being somebody that had to coach against her and the East Ascension Spartans is just phenomenal because one year, my team that made it to semifinals at Santamah, Jen and the East Ascension Spartans kept us, was actually, winning the game 1-0 to us that year. So, I mean, her remarkable 7 years is nothing that can be overshadowed by her record because she's inspiring young players to become more than just soccer players, bring it to life and things like that. And then, we talk about Jared Moss, only 3 years, but he came into a program that, has been established by, longtime coach Anat Viez and things like that. So him coming in already, have not lost a district game in 3 years is phenomenal, but that's also, what Dutchtown has and what this community has for soccer around here. As we see right now, Jared is talking to his team, getting them ready because, everybody sees EA's record and they're like, oh, this is an easy game. I don't think this is going to be easy for Dutchtown tonight. They're going to have to come and play, and I know that's what Jared Moss is telling them right now. And Dutchtown is such a high-caliber team that they're going to score from corners. They're going to score from throw-ins. So I'm very, very excited to see an up-and-coming star in District EA and to see the top dogs of the last 4 years, 3 years, Dutchtown tonight here at Griffin Stadium.
And in girls District 6 Division 1, the standings, Dutchtown currently tied for first in District 1-0 with Denham Springs. Denham defeated East Ascension, but that was a 3-2 game, so it was very close. You see East Ascension and Santamah at the bottom of the district records and overall records, but that's a little deceptive because East Ascension is a solid playoff team, and Santamah down at the bottom, the other Ascension Parish team, also solidly in the power rankings as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when I look at this, Santamah and Walker was supposed to play last week, but that game got rescheduled, and last night's weather hindered Santamah and Denham playing. So, anybody, I've always said in the past broadcasts that this district is just amazing to watch week after week.
So you see right there the top two teams, Denham and Dutchtown, and we're going to get the national anthem right now.
So
So we are just about ready for the beginning of tonight's match between East Ascension and Dutchtown. We'll come back during the broadcast to some more things about District 6 because there's a lot of things to say about the district as district play is well underway. But right now we're going to get to the starting lineups while we have a chance. And so we'll start with the visitors, East Ascension, wearing the white tonight, and their goalkeeper, Merle Bailon. And the rest of their starting lineup, Leah Pransky, number 11, Taylor Carty, number 8, Olivia Rochester, number 16, Claire Delaney, number 24, Madison Abear, number 22, Aiden Coots, number 10, Audrey Galindo, number 9, Savannah Baker, number 18, Cody Maxwell, number 4, and Ava Lambert, number 25. Now, the home team, Dutchtown, they are going to wear black tonight, and their goalkeeper is Elizabeth Meisner. The starting lineup for Dutchtown, number 28, Anna Kokonowski, number 18, Emily Adams, number 34, Cameron Bonadonna, number 16, Ava Hart, number 2, Madeline Oquin, number 5, Kyler Crochet, number 12, Madison Godan, number 26, Mallory Samro, number 54, Sophia Collins, and number 1, Haley Richardson. So that's your starting lineups for tonight's matchup between East Ascension and Dutchtown. Tonight, maybe the biggest week in Ascension Parish girls soccer, as you have 2 soccer games in district between the Ascension Parish teams. We will be covering both of them. Tonight we have East Ascension at Dutchtown. Thursday we will be at the Pit for Dutchtown and Sanamaw. And then next week we will round everything out with East Ascension and Sanamaw playing next Saturday, also going to be our REV game of the week. So the next 10 to 12 days is going to determine a lot about who comes out on top, not only in District 6, but in Ascension Parish as a whole.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you look at this AP schedule with district, both boys and girls, you're going to have to where they're playing top teams back to back, as Dutchtown is playing EA tonight and then Sanamaw Thursday at the Pit. I mean, this is something that you're going to see throughout all of soccer, just because of the fact that there's only 6 teams in this district. So you kind of want to stay home as much as you can and not trying to travel to Livingston Parish as much. So it's just an exciting week here for girls soccer, and you're going to see a lot of turnout tonight. Sanamaw people are going to be here tonight. Dutchtown people, EA, they just want to see good soccer here tonight. So so glad that you can be with us on REV Game of the Week.
In fact, I see some a family of Sanamaw fans here dressed in the black and gold right in front of us. So you're right about that. They're scouting Dutchtown, who they play on Thursday. So it's a cold night. It's only 49 degrees, but with the wind, it's not fun out there. And the wind has been gusting up to 25 miles an hour. Right now, there is 0 wind. The flag is completely limp, but it's been blowing from left to right, and that's the direction that Dutchtown is moving right now. But as I said, not much of a wind to speak for. So Dutchtown may have had an advantage with that wind in the first half, but so far it's not there. As you see them setting up, and it's going to go out of bounds as they try to get it over to number 12, Chloe Shiro.
Yeah, and if you can see, Dutchtown right now is playing more of a 3-5-2. With their 11, just to kind of solidify more offense during this game. I mean, they're going to want to score against EA just to where they can, capitalize on being back-to-back district champs. They have something to prove tonight. And I think EA, in this situation has a lot more to prove just because of being the underdogs. Within the AP3, and so we're going to see a lot of offensive chances for EA tonight, as we can see that they're playing almost similar 3-5-2, at tonight's game, and we're going to see Dutchtown right here getting the ball on their offensive side, and they're just going to try
go
to
straight
shoot.
to the goalie, but she loses it, but she gets it back, and that's Bailon, who is the new goalkeeper for East Ascension this season, and she's done a good job so far, according to her coach.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, somebody that, Hannah May these last few years for EA has been so phenomenal. And for, Bylon to come in, she's a senior, so she has done a great job with stepping up and being kind of the backbone of EA's defense and making sure that they stay into these games.
Godan trying to center it over to Sophia Collins, but it's blocked, and now Dutchtown sets up again on the East Ascension side of the field. No score. We are early on, and throw in coming from the Lady Griffins wearing the black, and they're trying to go very quickly, but they now set up. In that far left corner, like we said, it's very cold out there. Expected to drop into the mid-40s before the end of the night, and I know you're happy to be indoors instead of outdoors.
Absolutely, and this is East Ascension forward Leah Prency, and she has been such a phenomenal force for EA these past 3 years, with being one of three juniors on the starting lineup for EA. Leah has been such a strike and a force for EA these past 3 years, just because of her speed and her quality of play that's happening throughout her career as a Spartan.
She's made the coaches' team of the week earlier this season, scoring 7 goals and had 7 assists in a week, as Dutchtown now has it, with Collins in the far right corner, and the cross and the header. And now here's an opportunity, and it goes straight to the goalkeeper, Balon, with the easy save. Godan with the shot, and that's her second save so far here tonight.
Yeah, and this replay that you're looking at right here, it was a great opportunity for Dutchtown. Number 12, Madison Goday, is just, the only thing is she just needed to put a little bit more hip flexor and, buttocks into that shot, and then that would have been a great opportunity for Dutchtown. But Dutchtown is going to keep knocking on the door, and here's EA with their first shot of the game, coming from the right mid. Want to say that is Audrey Galindo right here on this instant replay. That looks like number 8.
Cardi.
Oh, sorry, Taylor
Yes.
Cardi. Yeah, the numbers are so small when you're
Right.
up here in the press box. You're like, which one is which?
Right, and here's a possible opportunity, and Collins can't quite get to it, and Balon with the save again for the Lady Spartans. And so Dutchtown threatening here. Both teams have had a couple of shots. On the Dutchtown side, you have a familiar face in goal with Meisner. You saw her a moment ago, and she made All-State last season as a sophomore, so she still has 2 years of eligibility left, and she's a really good one, as East Ascension will set up on offense now.
Oh, and a great ball right here by Cardi, but Leah Prancy and Meisner just comes up and creates such a great depth for Dutchtown in the defense, with being, a goalkeeper is your last defender. So she did such a great job by using her feet right there outside the box and finding Griffin open.
And now there's Dutchtown again as they try to cross over with Haley Richardson, but goes to Balon with the ball again, and she will take the honors here, as we are now 5.5 minutes in, still no score. Short kick, and Dutchtown will have possession. Collins down in the corner again, threatening one more time, and it's contested, and now gets it back inside, and the pass blocked. Nobody there anyway.
Yeah, and right back into pressure. So hopefully EA can figure it out on defense to get it more outside the box to, get out and have Dutchtown get a little bit discombobulated in the midfield.
And a miss, and now here's a chance, and just a little bit off
Great
from
job by
Godan.
EA's defense.
But still putting the pressure. Richardson in the center. Now passing it over to Godan, and the center trying to get to Collins. And there's a header from Richardson and the save. East Ascension Last season they did not make the playoffs. The season before they took on Dutchtown and lost in the first round of the state playoffs, but they are an improving team, and one of the things that you talk to and have heard from Coach Franklin is they like to apply more offensive pressure this season. You've seen some of it here tonight so far. It's been Dutchtown applying most of the pressure so far, but we can get into that a little bit later, as here's another opportunity for the Lady Griffins, and a shot just high over the crossbar.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great build-up right there for Dutchtown, with using the width of the field, coming from one end, hitting the middle, and then on this replay, we see Dutchtown finding that wide out wing and just, miss-hit, goes above the crossbar and out of bounds for a Spartan goal kick.
And so there it is, and it's taken by the Lady Griffins. And they're trying to maintain possession. And it's cleared by East Ascension, and here's some possible pressure coming in from behind. That's number 16, Olivia Rochester.
And that was a great job by defensive back Emily from Dutchtown, Emily Adams, with going back and finding Meisner, because her back was towards, the field. That was a great job right there by using your goalkeeper, your last defense, and trying to get the ball, past midfield.
Now you see Haley Richardson on offense for the Lady Griffins, and a pass a little bit errant, and now here comes the Lady Spartans as they're trying to apply that pressure, and that's one of the things that Coach Franklin has stressed this season. And still an opportunity, and now it goes wide, and you're going to have a throw in, and that's going to be for the Lady Spartans, number 3 throwing it in for East Ascension, and that is
number 3 is Madeline Amy.
Yes.
Yep. Which she is a freshman. So this is such a phenomenal game to see, the growth of both teams out here. I mean, Dutchtown is playing with 3 freshmen on the field, and EA is playing with 2 right now. So it's so great to see freshmen be able to get into these district games in such a high game as Dutchtown and EA. So this is a great opportunity to grow their program and grow, their team, and to already know what's supposed to happen. So this is great to be able to watch.
Dutchtown, of course, a top 5 team in the power rankings. That comes as no surprise to anyone. East Ascension right now is number 16. If the playoffs began today, they would get a home game, which is a great improvement over past seasons. So that proves how much they have progressed this season. And when they played Denham Springs, they lost, but they scored a couple of goals, and they actually had the lead on Denham Springs, and they put a lot of pressure on them, and that's what they're trying to do to Dutchtown here tonight. So far, the defense has done a good job of keeping the pressure from resulting in any points so far for the Lady Griffins.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't even matter. I've always said this week in, week out. It doesn't matter what you're ranked in the power rankings or anything else. It's what you bring to each game, and right now, we're 18 minutes in, not even, excuse me.
About 11,
Not
yeah.
11, my bad. I'm looking at my clock and that clock. We're 11 minutes in, and I'm just like, it's back and forth.
Right.
We don't know what this game is, and usually we're already seeing Dutchtown score. So this is a great game thus far, with having such young talent out there and seeing what the future of soccer has in store for both of these teams.
Right. You had an opportunity there for Dutchtown again. Oakland was trying to feed it to Collins inside, but the ball just led her a little bit too much, and that led to the save from Bylon. And there's a shot, and it goes straight to Meisner for the easy save. But again, applying that pressure. East Ascension used to be a team that just sat back on defense and didn't take a lot of chances, but they're much more aggressive this season. You see that here. This has been the most aggressive that I've ever seen East Ascension against Dutchtown in the 2 or 3 years that I've covered girls soccer.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to give kudos yet again to Coach Jen Franklin and her staff because of the fact that they are building something that it's grit, it's do or die. They're going to do what needs to be done, and as we see here tonight, they are not, playing a defensive mindset. They're going to score. If you look at their record, you might see some losses, but it's not a loss like they're losing 9-0, 8-0. They're scoring, and that's something to be proud of, and something Coach Jen should be proud of, and her coaching staff, because of what they are producing at East Ascension High this year. And the same as Dutchtown. Dutchtown, they score every game because it's almost like they're supposed to. But tonight, Dutchtown right now is playing a great game because of starting so many underclassmen. It's so great as I'm gonna say this, coach, to see such young talent right here on a big game show like this. Both of them, this is their second district game, so this is great.
And so Collins hits the ground, and I think we're going to have a throw in. I think the tackle definitely going for the ball right there.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I mean, anytime that you see the ball go further than a player, all ball.
So you see the replay right there.
Wasn't a tackle. It was a little bit of more like, "Hey, I got you."
Right. You're gonna see a little bit of showmanship there.
Yeah. It was not much.
No, absolutely. And so here's another opportunity, and that's Collins again, and the save from Balon. So you're going to see the offense. It looks like it's going to run through Sophia Collins in that center spot here today, from what we have seen so far in this match.
Yeah, I mean, East Ascension right now defense is creating such a confusion for Dutchtown's offense. They're going to have to exploit their outside. We see everything go from the middle to an outside, but it's not a true outside just yet. To spread East Ascension's defense, I think that's what's going to be the key for Dutchtown tonight. And then for EA is just continuing to attack defense. They're going to wear the defense out, and they're going to find the back of the net soon during this game.
And now the pass right, and an opportunity, and the pass inside. Nobody there. Good defense by East Ascension again, and another crisis averted. And now the transition as they come very quickly.
Beautifully done.
That's Pransky on the right.
And Pransky has two teammates open right here, but Dutchtown, great job with their defense for staying on that middle person, and she is going to try to find, but Messner is there to clean up, and we're going to see where this ball lands with her kick right here.
So you saw good defense there on the Dutchtown side, number 47, Carson Armand, a junior. And you're talking about how young this East Ascension team is, and we've seen number 54, Sophia Collins, be the kind of offensive catalyst in the middle for the Lady Griffins. She's a freshman, too, and I'm not sure if you had mentioned that as well, but definitely a young team. Yes.
Yeah, both squads right now is just it's such – I don't even know how to explain it, just because as being someone that grew around soccer and to see the experiences, some of the past great teams were carried by juniors and seniors. Mm-hmm. But to see tonight's game being played by freshmen, sophomores, things in that nature is pretty remarkable as somebody that has followed high school soccer for past 16 years of my life. So this is great tonight, and I know for Coach Jen Franklin and Jarrett Moss at Dutchtown, they are looking at their future. So this is pretty awesome to already see in the second district matches for both teams.
So Collins has it, and good aggressive defense there by the Lady Spartans, and it'll go out of bounds, and that'll be a throw in for Dutchtown. I believe that was Audrey Galindo on the defense right there. Then you have the throw in from Armand, and she will try to switch. And number 5, Kyler Crochet, has possession for Dutchtown now.
Yeah, and this is just part of the game. almost 20 minutes in, you know, this is part of the game that is going to be a team has to find somebody that's open with a quality shot. And I'm loving seeing this right now that they are both teams are playing, you know, if a person gets to the ball, I got to play man on them, you know, almost like man marking. So this is such a great opportunity for both of these teams to grow so much and grow as a program during this first half.
So you see Sherrow on the right now, possession by Dutchtown. Ava Hart over to O'Quinn, trying to get it in the middle, nobody there, and now Dutchtown will set up again, now this time on the left side. And now Collins has possession from about 20 out. Now in the corner, and the cross, good defense by East Ascension, but taken away, and now another opportunity for the Lady Griffins. Thought about a shot there, and tried to get it in the middle over to Richardson, but good defense again. Dutchtown still applying the pressure, though. And now they'll try the right side with Sherrow. Armand has it. And they'll get it into Richardson. Now O'Quinn can't quite get to a good defense by Rochester. Lots of offensive pressure right now. East Ascension's got to weather the storm right here and see what they can do as Richardson gets it over to O'Quinn. Now over to Sherrow inside, and the header too high. And they're called a handball, and it goes off the post. They're calling for a handball in the stands.
But you will never hear me say a handball when it's going into that. I mean, it bounced off the ground. A player's hand is literally where it rests, like if you would run. Me as a coach, yes, I would want that if I'm the opposing coach, but I would never yell at that just because it is turf. The ball does bounce a little bit more than usual. I mean, I think that was a great defensive stand by East Ascension right there, just because of the fact that each girl didn't, run to the ball. They stayed with the man. I mean, this is just, great soccer happening right now for this level in District 6.
And corner kick opportunity for Dutchtown. Still possession. There's a shot through traffic, blocked. And another shot through traffic straight to Balon, and the save.
Yes, great job right there by East Ascension's defense for being, holding the line and being the people that is right in front of the goal. Because as you can see on that replay, Dutchtown was all like a oval around the goal, but Dutchtown stayed, and they were a wall, and they stayed as a team, and that's something that Coach Jen can commend because of them playing as a team right now.
Now trying to get it inside to Collins again, can't get there. Good defense again. O'Quinn now back to the middle. From about 25 out, O'Quinn goes left. Dutchtown still applying the pressure. It's been a non-stop barrage of passes and shots in the last 3 minutes on the Lady Griffins side, but East Ascension has not given up a goal. So far, Dutchtown has had one shot off the post and one shot over the crossbar, but our game remains scoreless. And you're going to get a corner kick opportunity right here for the Lady Griffins, I believe.
Yep. And this is something that the Lady Griffins has been potent all season long on a corner kick. I know when you're talking to Coach Jared Moss, you don't talk about corner kicks because that is how St. Joe's defeated them last season, but I know that's something that he has heart on them, with getting better at. But offensively, with coaching against them, the Dutchtown Griffins have always been a threat on corners.
And the corner kick and cleared. I believe that's Galindo.
Yeah, and that was a little low for Dutchtown. She needed to find more of her people running in, and we're going to see a whole lot of, creation right here by Dutchtown's offense with kind of moving off the ball and trying to get EA out of place and out of balance. And then here we go. This is Dutchtown's 5th throw-in of this half. And they just need to make something, positive happen with going from the ball from, this side to the other side. And this center AR is going to call that. That's going to be kind of, on this replay. She went for the ball, but kind of went, for the person in black too.
Right.
But yes, this is going to be a foul on EA, which is given to Dutchtown right here at the 25-yard line.
And Armand gets it in, and again over the crossbar. And they're going to say that action resumes. I thought that may have gone off of the – let's see on the replay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if that hit the crossbar, the football crossbar prior to the soccer crossbar.
They're just going to make it as a throw-in on this end, but I'm pretty sure that should go to East Ascension to have it as a goal kick. But, all right, Dutchtown throw-in right here.
Yeah, that was a close call right there. Not sure on the replay whether it hit the football crossbar or the soccer crossbar as it goes out of bounds, and the throw in again from Dutchtown. Lots of pressure over the last 5 minutes. We're 23 minutes in, no score. Dutchtown and East Ascension district play on the REV game of the week. And East Ascension are still playing outstanding defense. There's now you see Kokonowski on the left side. And really, East Ascension not trying to create anything. It's just too much pressure right now. But it would be interesting to see if they can get any sort of transition and keep Dutchtown off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I mean, right now for EA, they're just they have the lone Leah Prancy, and for me, I really hope EA can counter altogether with Dutchtown's 6th throw-in of the first half. Hopefully, EA can pull something together. But Dutchtown right here, this is dangerous.
Yeah, and high,
and
goes over all of the crossbars that time.
All of
There's no doubt who's going to have possession here.
Too far right.
So you see on the replay, and we've got some great shots on the replays right there. And I want to just mention our camera operators out there because they are freezing. It's so cold outside. And you got all our guys out there, Jake and Courtney and Nolan doing all the work that makes us all look good. And there's a shot again, and goes to her knees, and Balon with the save.
Yeah, I mean, this is just great, from senior goalkeeper Merle Balon, just because of the fact that she is literally keeping her team stacked right now in defense, telling them where to go, telling them who's on them and things like that, and she's coming up. I don't want to say easy save, but saves that she is keeping right in front of her. So great job by that senior goalkeeper for EA Spartans.
Now you see in Leah Pransky bracketed by a couple of Dutchtown defenders. She is going to be the offensive catalyst for the Lady Spartans, so you're going to see her bracketed all night. They're not going to try to let her get loose on any sort of transition or anything like that, I suppose.
Oh, no, absolutely not. You don't want Leah Pransky all by herself. She has made a name of herself with these past 3 years. People double team her, tag team, you know what I mean? Like, they do all of it just because of the fact that she is a very explosive player. And she is somebody that she can exploit the defense very easily with just one through ball from midfield or sometimes defense. So she is somebody that EA Spartans are looking for right now.
Trying to get inside, and that's going to go off the side of number 54, Sophia Collins. And so that'll be a goal kick for East Ascension again. Still no score. A barrage from Dutchtown over the last 10 minutes or so, but East Ascension up to the task on defense. And that's cleared by Dutchtown. They'll set up again. See on the far side, Crochet. The wind is starting to pick up a little bit, still blowing from left to right, which is in the direction that Dutchtown is headed.
And we'll see the weather start to affect some players, eventually. But right now, kudos both teams. Very conditioned with playing from last week to where it was 60 degrees to tonight, being 49 degrees. That's a great job, and kudos to both coaches. Both teams right here, just competing and trying to be the first one to score in this district matchup.
And the wind was insane about 12 hours ago, all day, and after the storm came through last night. And basically, there's been wind advisories all day, but they ended at 6 o'clock, which was basically at game time. So the wind has not been a factor at all here tonight, even though it is blowing a little bit from left to right. And a throw in for East Ascension, as that's going to be Amy to throw it in. Madeline Amy, the freshman you talked about earlier.
Yep.
And you see substitutions.
Yeah, this is definitely a great call by both coaches right here with 12 minutes remaining. You kind of want the fresh legs in both offensive positions to kind of counteract both defense, and to have, fresh legs is very important in the offensive mindset.
And now Pransky, guarded by Armand, and she takes it away, and she'll go all the way back to Meisner.
Yes, great job right there with also, when a defender sends back to their goalkeeper, it's not a sense of, oh, I don't know what else to do. The goalkeeper is looking at the field, so that is your best option. And if you have a great goalkeeper, they can clear it, 40 yards for you. So that was a great job by DUTCHTOWN's defender, number 47, Carson Armand.
Moment ago, you just saw number 11, Addison Parrott, with possession. She's a new sub for the Lady Griffins. As another opportunity for DUTCHTOWN. There's a shot, saved. Good stop there by Balon, and another opportunity for DUTCHTOWN is unsuccessful. 29 minutes in, no score.
Great district game right here, and then we see on that replay a great left shot by number 5, Kyler Crochet, just because of the fact that she was open. You have to try. I mean, you look up at the scoreboard, it's 0-0. I'm starting to shoot from the 50-yard line. You know what I mean? I want to win. I'm going to show my coach I can do it. So a great shot, great opportunity, but even better save with keeping the ball in by goalkeeper Merle Balon for East Ascension Spartans.
Now in the corner, trying to cross, and it's blocked with possession, and there's a shot way over the goal, and the goal kick coming. You've seen about 3 or 4 shots from DUTCHTOWN sail high. You had one hit the left post, but there have been a couple of golden opportunities so far for the Lady Griffins, but Balon has done a great job so far tonight, and we remain scoreless. But DUTCHTOWN continues to apply pressure. See Collins right there trying to pass inside over to Crochet, and it'll be a throw in. And Collins has it, tries to get it inside, and there's a header straight to the goalie. Good opportunity right there by Addie Grace Taylor for the Lady Griffins, number 25, also a new substitution.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great opportunity right there for the Griffins. Addie Grace was just a little too far, closer to the 18-yard box. If she could have been into the PK area, that would have been a beautiful right over East Ascension's goalkeeper. But right here we have Leah Pransky going on this counter by herself, and hopefully that is going to give the East Ascension Spartans a corner, and it does. This is a great opportunity and such a build-up to this for EA. They've been playing defense this whole, I guess you would say third of this first half. So to see this happening right here, East Ascension can come up big right here with this corner.
This is Galindo who will take it from the back left corner. And
Beautiful
there's a
ball.
high ball, and it goes over everybody's head as you're trying to get the header at the goal, and it goes over everyone, and DUTCHTOWN survives their first scare of the night with Oakwin handling things for DUTCHTOWN. She gets it back, and Armand will get it past everybody. And now Dutchtown trying to get back to their offensive threat. Richardson has it on the right side. Good defense, and it's going to go out, and it's going to be a Dutchtown throw-in. And Haley Richardson, the forward, a senior, one of the leaders on this team.
And I love, as you can see in the stands right now, a bunch of blankets.
Yes.
You know, I've always laughed at my parents and family that say that, oh, you know, my daughter, my niece, you know, all this. My granddaughter played soccer, and it was terrible. And I laugh, and I'm like, bring a blanket. You know, guys, like bring a little heater or whatever. So I know some of these parents. So it's so great to still see, you know, that support for these student athletes here on the field tonight, even though it is cold. So.
Yeah. And and a save and gets away, and a couple of errant shots there, or errant passes right there, and now East Ascension gets possession with Pransky going over on the left side to Carty, but it's stolen. That's Armand. Now Armand has it for Dutchtown. Collins in the center. Nice move. Now tries to get it down low, but good defense. And Collins right there. Nice deflection. And now Dutchtown threatens again, left side. About 6 to 7 minutes left to go in this first half. Still scoreless. Jeff Porsche, Jolie Hartman with you.
And this is, I mean, I want to keep
another shot. Oh, just wide.
I want to keep commentating and color, you know, play by play, but this is such a great build-up right here for Dutchtown. You don't even know, you know, who's coming up with the ball. It's being tit for tat, and right there, great opportunity, but an even better response from EA's goalkeeper, Merle Ballon, just because of what she's doing right now for East Ascension. She is giving them such drive and spirit in that in the defense. And here's Dutchtown's. This is their second corner of this half.
Emily Adams, and it's blocked, and Adams tries to get to it, and she does, and there's a fight for it, and East Ascension gets it, but it's taken away by Dutchtown, and the threat continues. You had one corner kick earlier that went over the head of all the offensive players on the East Ascension side, and since then, Dutchtown has resumed the pressure. Number 11, Parrott, in the corner. And
another
the
corner.
Whistle, so we're going to get another corner for Dutchtown. So far, Dutchtown's corners have not been completely effective. But it just takes one, and they keep on getting these opportunities with Emily Adams.
Yeah, the last two is what you call, she's been placing it on the near post, which the near post is the post closest to the ball. And I really want her to see you put this in the PK spot, because that's where you're going to see more of your Dutchtown players at.
And it's a line drive, and it's cleared by East Ascension again.
Yeah, it's delivered straight again to the near post. So right here, you know, she has a little bit better release right here to try to get to a corner. And East Ascension needs to open up and spread out a little bit with, you know, still playing defense against Dutchtown. But they got to counter right here. They have such great momentum. And right here with Leah Pransky and the other forward, number 18, Savannah Baker, she's actually, you know, listed as a defender, but she is definitely coming through. And yet again,
that was a push from behind.
Oh, that's actually Olivia Rochester.
Yes.
Yeah, so she is a forward.
Right. You did see the push.
Right here, yeah.
You'll look at it, and yeah, a little nudge.
She was just making sure she were all right. She's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little push in the back, so that's definitely going to be a foul right here, which this is EA's second foul of the game and second free kick for Dutchtown, and it, you know, ricochets off and goes to East Ascension's goalkeeper.
So Balon has been the most active player on the field here tonight for East Ascension, and she's been up to the task with all the saves. And now here's Richardson, pass right to Collins, and now gets away, and Oakland has it, and it's going to go out of bounds. As we are now 3.5 minutes left before we get into stoppage time, which doesn't seem like it'll be a lot. We're going to get a corner kick as it goes just out of bounds, as the East Ascension side trying to make a save and keep it from going out, but now another.
Yeah, fourth corner right here. I mean, there's definitely no stoppage time in this first half. This game has been played. The first 40 minutes has come and gone, and it's just now a battle fight to see who can find the back of the net.
And so it's going to get up for grabs. A header goes wide and cleared by East Ascension, and trying to get a transition, and here comes the Lady Spartans with a late surge, and it's going to go out of bounds and a throw-in. So putting the pressure on East Ascension in the transition game, trying to get a late goal, steal a late goal, and take a lead here on the Lady Griffins.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great job by number 8. Taylor Carty for EA for just finding that little extra exert, of energy right here. But same thing for number 11 for Dutchtown.
And the through ball,
this beautiful
and it's saved, the foot saved by the goalie.
Beautifully done.
And now they try to get it inside again to Collins, who nearly had a goal a moment ago. And hits the ground. We play on. Clean there on the East Ascension side. Pransky trying to apply some pressure, and nobody home, and now Dutchtown will resume their offensive surge as we're now inside of 2
Cardi
minutes.
Right here. Hopefully she can hook up with Leah Pransky and that number 16, Olivia Rochester for EA, but it just takes away from Dutchtown's defense, and they're already coming through offensively, finding number 1, Haley Richardson, and it's out of bounds. It's going to be throw in for Dutchtown with minutes left. Not even.
Probably about a minute.
Yeah.
Actually, about a minute, maybe a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
Now the throw in from Richardson, trying to get it into the box, and a header by East Ascension. And now there's a shot from Ormond, and it's going to go wide right.
And great job right there by East Ascension's goalkeeper, Marley Balon, just because of the fact that she didn't pick it up. You want this time to kind of run out. It's EA is 0-0 with Dutchtown in the first half. Let this time run out. Go to your team, get fired up, and be ready for the second half. And hopefully Dutchtown can get fired up just for one of these teams to find the back of the net tonight.
And we talk about the wind, and it's been negligible here tonight so far, but Dutchtown's had the wind to their backs the entire first half and haven't been able to take advantage of it. East Ascension will have the wind to their back in the second half, as Dutchtown trying to do something right here in the final moments. That's Bonadonna, who has it from about 55 out. Now the pass inside to Parrott. She has it and setting it up. Good defense. Richardson now on the right side. Down to Parrott. Trying to cross, and it's going to be a corner if we have an opportunity. I guess we will.
Yeah, definitely.
See it right here.
They're not going to stop this
No,
first
they won't.
half. Yeah, we're going to see this corner if it's the last thing that they do in this half.
Absolutely. Don't know what I was thinking there for a second.
If that is the center Aor, I know a coach over there in All Black is going to be really upset that they did not get this corner off.
Right. This is Hart in the corner. I'll make that Adams, excuse me.
Yeah. Get inside the PK.
And this one's a little higher in there, and it's in traffic and cleared. And that's going to end the first half. So Dutchtown put all kinds of pressure, had about 5 corner kicks and got nothing out of it. A late corner kick by East Ascension had an opportunity for them, and it goes awry. And so we're at the half, and we are scoreless between East Ascension and Dutchtown. We'll take a break and come back. You're watching the REV Game of the Week.
Your business is as unique as Southeast Louisiana. People, culture, family. We know what it means to be local. REV is the only communications provider with support teams that live and work in the same Louisiana communities that we serve. Customer first localism is truly in our DNA. Our promise is to bring your business the reliability and local support you deserve. We've been connecting communities in Louisiana for 85 years, and we're ready to serve you and your business. REV Business.
BT Chapman and AJ Pickett with Advantage Therapy are honored and excited to team up with Dutchtown High School's athletics. At Advantage Therapy, we are dedicated to helping our patients regain the highest possible functional status through one-on-one patient care. Advantage Therapy has spent nearly 2 decades providing both outpatient orthopedic physical therapy and occupational therapy to the people of Ascension and surrounding parishes. From all of us at Advantage Therapy, go Griffins!
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, forget about X's and O's. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Dr. Brian Hollis is Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Dr. Hollis has an excellent reputation for bringing state-of-the-art technology and the highest standard of patient care to Ascension. He attended LSU Dental School, and he completed a residency to become a board-certified specialist in orthodontics. An avid supporter in our community, Dr. Hollis is married to Celeste Pyron Hollis, and they have 4 children. Dr. Hollis, Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Grow up smiling with Hollis Orthodontics. Get to know SEC Heating and Cooling this year. Locally owned and operated by Stephen Conyer since 2013, SEC Heating and Cooling works with residential and commercial customers in Ascension, East Baton Rouge, Livingston, and surrounding parishes. SEC specializes in preventive maintenance, repair, and complete changeout and installation of energy-efficient central air systems. From professional sales and expert installation of central AC systems to repairs and ductless AC systems, we can handle all your needs. For total peace of mind, call SEC today.
No one teaches you what to do immediately after an accident. Once everyone is safe, your first call should be to an attorney, not the insurance company.
Don't let the insurance company take advantage of you at your time of need. Call the Title Law Firm. We'll walk you through what you need to do in real time.
But you can take advantage of the Title Law Firm's 30 years of experience.
Before you call your insurance, make a free, no-obligation call to the Title Law Firm.
Call 756-0007 when you're injured. You gotta call Title.
Looking for an extraordinary education opportunity? Introducing Ascension Public School's Early College Option Program, where you can earn a high school diploma and an associate's degree from River Parishes Community College at the same time. Experience the best of both worlds as high school seamlessly blends with college coursework in a rigorous yet supportive program. Yet stay connected to your home high school through clubs, organizations, and sports. And here's the best part. Students pay no tuition or textbook cost. Ascension Public School's Early College Option Program, where your future begins today.
As a local provider, we understand the unique challenges and rewards as a Southeast Louisiana business. And we're right here with you, powering your business with local know-how and the unmatched service you deserve. Our internet and managed services are more than connectivity. They're our promise to provide the most important thing every business needs, consistency and quality. We're here to help. For a limited time, get 3 months free. REV Business. Visit us at letsrev.biz.
It's halftime at Dutchtown, and it's no score between East Ascension and Dutchtown. They're playing comfortably numb out there, and I think that's probably how the soccer players feel and some of the fans, because it's really cold out here. But that's another story as we're going to go to our halftime show. Jeff Porsche and Jolie Hartman with you. East Ascension, they're the visitors. They have already played one district game. They gave Denham all they wanted and lost 3-2. They're playing Dutchtown tonight. Then they have a couple of Livingston games, and then they finish district schedule at home against Santa Monica.
Yeah, absolutely. Just looking at this first district game, the 3-2, I talked to Jen Franklin, and it was just, Denham had a PK, and then, it went back and forth, and it's such a great opportunity for how young EA is this season to already, Denham came in second last year in the district, so they were a top dog. They made it to playoffs and had to face Santa Monica in the first round of district. Sorry, Denham. But, they came in, being the underdogs and really put it to them on their first district matchup. And then to see already at DUTCHTOWN tonight is 0-0. EA is here to stay in this district, and I'm so excited for them to then after DUTCHTOWN go on the road to Live Oak and Walker, and then finish off their season with Santa Monica. Is such a great schedule for EA and Jen Franklin and her staff.
DUTCHTOWN is 1-0 in district as they went off to a 7-0 win easily over Live Oak, having a lot tougher time tonight as they get East Ascension, and they're scoreless. They have dominated possession, but great defense so far here tonight for East Ascension, and there's no score. Thursday, they go to the pit for Santa Monica, and then they get Denham Springs, which could be for a district title, perhaps, depending on how they perform here tonight and on the road later this week. And then they finish with Walker.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at that Live Oak 7-0, I mean, if you look at it, that's 5 days, kind of a rest or anything else. DUTCHTOWN, you can see their offensive possession that correlated into that 7-0 win tonight. They have ball movement. It goes into offense. Live Oak has been at kind of the lower point in the district, but Live Oak is somebody that also can come up and creep up on you. So don't just look at both of that and be like, oh, DUTCHTOWN won 7-0. No, that's the DUTCHTOWN style. That's what they do to other people.
Yeah.
So, kudos to EA for keeping it 0-0, but kudos for DUTCHTOWN because they are playing so many young players tonight that it's given them such experience that I am very, very excited for the second half to see who comes up as on top, which LHSA rules and the District 6 rules, you can end in a tie. There does not have to be a winner tonight.
Right. So that could throw a little monkey wrench into all the district title plans for any team. So that's something that we can perhaps keep an eye on as this game progresses and we remain scoreless. As far as the power rankings go, DUTCHTOWN is the leader there at 5, but actually ahead of them is Denham Springs at number 3. I say they're the leader in Ascension Parish because with the top 3, all 3 of them are all 3 district teams are playoff teams, but when you look at it, all 8 teams are actually playoff teams in Division I right now. So when you look at a team like East Ascension or Santa Monica, the other 2 Ascension Parish teams, even if they lose some of these matches here, it's probably not going to hurt them that much because you're playing quality competition no matter who you play in District 6.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's everything week in, week out, what I say. It's this district is going to give you points no matter win or loss. Kudos to this whole district. I mean, it's something to, as a former coach that we used to have to go play in certain districts that every team would beat a team 8-0 and you get no points. But, this year in the past few years, it didn't matter if a district team was last place. You're at least getting 7 points from them because of how many wins that they got. So, I mean, that's an awesome thing for both boys and girls soccer here in Ascension Parish to have your district give you points during the district season. Seeing Denham at 3, that's such a great opportunity for DUTCHTOWN and Santa Monica, since EA already played them and had, that 3-2 loss. DUTCHTOWN and Santa Monica can go and disrupt how that rankings is going to be for the rest of the season.
So that's the girls' side. And on the boys' side, we're going to have a big match next week with Santa Maria and Dutchtown, you see those two teams lead District 6, and that's going to be our game of the week next week, and it's going to be played here at Griffin Field. Walker, Denham Springs, and Live Oak all have outstanding records. East Ascension, it's weird to look at because the team has more ties than they have decisions.
Yeah.
And so they're still competitive, and they're 5 wins, 4 losses, so they're still over 500. But again, you have a district where every team has a winning record.
Yeah, I mean, I absolutely love seeing those ties just because of the fact that, what Coach Pedro Galindo is doing at EA for the boys' side is do or die, grit. You know, if we're going to lose, we're going to lose 0-0. If we're going to win big in that sense. Or if we're losing 1-0, we're coming back. And we've seen it because we have already covered them in December when Santa Maria played them. They were down 3-1. 3-0, and came back and scored a goal. You know, that's something that is phenomenal in student athletes to not give up and things like that. But I mean, as we're looking, both boys and girls, it's the same district. In years prior, girls would have a district and the boys would have a totally different district. So I'm finally very, very excited to see in these past 2.5 years that both boys and girls are playing the same team and creating such a rivalry with Livingston Parish.
And when you look at the top 10 teams in Division I soccer, you have Santa Maria leading the way, Dutchtown not far behind, and Denham Springs all top 10 teams. So it's one of the best districts for boys soccer in the entire state of Louisiana. We're going to see that next week, and that'll be our transition to our schedule next week as we're about ready to begin the second half. But let's look at the upcoming game of the week schedule. We've talked about this a couple of times. This is the big girls week in Ascension Parish, as Dutchtown will get a second game of the week on Thursday. They're going to be at the Pit, and they're going to take on Santa Maria. And on Tuesday next week is the big showdown on the boys' side, Dutchtown at Santa Maria. Those two teams met twice last season, and they met in the playoffs in the second match, which was won by Dutchtown. So Santa Maria looking for revenge. And on Saturday, Santa Maria at EA girls soccer. So that'll round out our little round robin in the Ascension Parish district play. All those games can be seen on Rev Sports 1 YouTube live, and then you see the replay times for all the games on Rev Channel 4. And so you see the girls on the left and right setting up as we are ready to begin our second half. East Ascension will have possession. They're going to go from left to right and have the wind to their backs. Dutchtown applied so much pressure and dominated possession, Jolie, in the first half. Do you expect that same outcome in the second half?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But I expect a little bit more tenacity from East Ascension just because of the fact that, I know Coach Jen over there put them in the huddle and showed them the scoreboard. It's 0-0. In the past 4 years, EA against Dutchtown, it was at least 8-0. So this is such a great, improvement and monument for East Ascension that I think they're about to play with a lot of heart here in the second half. But here we go. Dutchtown right here being their Dutchtown self, starting out, being offensively.
And setting up for the corner.
Setting up for another corner to begin this first half.
And the pressure coming there from Kyler Crochet, number 5, as they try to sneak an early goal and get the early lead in the second half as we remain scoreless right now. And I'm supposing that will be the same person out there, Adams, as it goes inside, and it's on the ground and gets free, and Adams is going to get to it and feeds it back inside. Nobody home. Good defense. Dutchtown just moving back a little bit and really didn't have too many people in the box right there, as they're going to go all the way back to Meisner and they'll set up. So an early opportunity for Dutchtown, but we remain scoreless. And now Richardson will set up on the right side for the Lady Griffins, trying to get it over to Parrott. and they cannot, and they're going to get a throw in.
Yeah, and that was the right decision for East Ascension's defender. I want to say that is Galindo. I have been accusing her of being number 8 tonight, Cardi, but that I know for a fact is Galindo because I can see her posture from here now, and so great job right there by number 9 defender East Ascension, Galindo. And right here, we're going to see DUTCHTOWN right. They're going to come from left to right. Hopefully, I know Coach Jared Moss, he's telling them to spread the field exactly like this. They're going to find the holes in EA if they keep working on exploiting them. But then when you have somebody in the back like Merle Ballon as goalkeeper, it's going to be really tough for DUTCHTOWN tonight.
And she makes another save on the shot from Collins. And now they'll set up with Crochet down in the corner, and Parrott cannot get to it. It'll be a goal kick. It's hard to see down there in that far right corner because it's dark, and DUTCHTOWN is the hardest team to track numbers on the girls' soccer matches because of the track, because you're so far away from the field. From our press box. It's a lot easier to see at the pit in that Spartan Stadium because there's no track around the field. But we're doing our best out here. As you see, number 26 on the left side, Samro, feeding it in. Now back to Samro. Collins. Shot blocked. And you see Rochester right there for East Ascension. And it's going to stay in. And Samro again, and now the pass inside. This might be a no, passes it right, but nobody there, and we have. Well, they
there we go.
They don't want to whistle.
Yeah,
they threw the flag up. Yeah. You could see it in that corner there for the offsides.
Yeah. I think I'm going to start putting in my notes what color cleats the girls wear because I'm like, I can see the teal cleats, I can see the pink cleats, but I can't see the number. But honestly, I mean, it's going to have to happen for both of these teams to find a hole. As we can see, Galindo right here, she's just kicking it to Leah. For EA's forward, and they need to find more bodies up there. Leah's going to try to take this herself right here, and she's going to go through 2 DUTCHTOWN defenders, but it's just poked away from DUTCHTOWN, and DUTCHTOWN is going to have an easy counter because no one is going on to her to defend her, and that's bringing EA's defense back, and that's how we're going to have number 54 for DUTCHTOWN, Sophia Collins, open.
And there was no flag. She stayed on sides, and now they get it inside. That's Richardson. And now the shot high again. You've seen about 5 shots go over the crossbar for DUTCHTOWN. Just they're trying to get it over the goalie's head, but they're just not connecting right
Yeah,
here.
On this replay, we see it. She's right outside, kind of close to the 18-yard box, and she just leans back and tries to place it, but then puts a little too much oomph in that kick. And something for me, and I don't know about people at home, but like when coaches does stats like this, they don't necessarily place a shot on goal if it goes over. It's only, if a goalkeeper touches the ball. So that shot right there is a great opportunity, just too much high. And so for me, I don't consider that a shot because it wasn't on frame.
You're absolutely right about that. So I agree with you on that.
It's different.
Yes.
Everybody's like, hey, that was such a great shot. And I'm like, that wasn't on frame.
Right.
Or the goalkeeper. My favorite thing is when people say a goalkeeper save is when the ball bounced 5 times to them. No, as a kid, you can do that. So, things that has to, go to the goalkeeper, that's a shot, things like that. And,
right.
and as the game goes on, we're going to start seeing that because both of these both of these teams right here is going to try anything. And right there, great job, great decision by the center AR for not calling a foul because DUTCHTOWN got that possession back and they're still continuing forward into offense. And great opportunity here coming from the right side of DUTCHTOWN. But yet again, Galindo is right there to defend EA's back line.
And it's going to go wide. So that would not be a shot on goal. It's not in frame.
Yep. So as we see this,
I'm paying attention.
Yep. As we see this, there is no shot on goal. Rolling past the goal, goalkeeper doesn't even pick up. No shot on goal. That's more of a hey, I tried.
That's why we got you in here.
I know, and there's
so
many. There's so many people that are like, man, that was a great shot on goal, and I was like, I can take a shot here from the press box. That's not nothing. So I mean, it's something that a lot of people talk about or say or anything, but a shot on goal is in the frame. It's almost like if I go play basketball and I shoot and I miss every free throw and I don't even hit the basket, that is called a what? Air ball. You don't consider that a shot. So.
Well, I'd hate to see the fans start yelling air ball every time that would happen in a soccer match. But you're going to get another corner opportunity from Emily Adams for Dutchtown.
Yeah, this is number 7 for Dutchtown in this game, and something that, I keep saying you need to get to the PK.
Actually, that's Kokanoski, 28, not 18, but it goes off of, I think that's a Lady Griffin, and so it's going to be a goal kick for East Ascension. I want to bring up something right now that we brought up in our open, and that was about Coach Moss, and he's been here for 3 years now, and he had every game in district that he has played has been a win. No losses, no ties, and right now you are at a scoreless tie with about 30 minutes left to go. So East Ascension could be doing something historic right here if they can keep Dutchtown from scoring on all this pressure that they're giving. They've done a great job so far, but it's something to keep an eye on. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know Coach Jen Franklin and her staff knows over there exactly what's at stake, but it's crazy to me because of, as a coach, the records, but your players better. You know what I mean? It's more than just, we stopped Dutchtown from, winning 12 games in district or anything else. It's, you're playing Dutchtown. You got to go out, no matter if it's to make them have an 100, lose a 100 win streak or 11 win streak. It's, you're playing Dutchtown High that has beat you these last 5-6 years, 7 years. So it's do or die right now. But I mean, it's a testament to Dutchtown. 11 wins in the last 3 years, never lost a district game. I mean, that's phenomenal. I don't want to say 11 of them has been my teams. 3 of them has been my teams, but I mean, it has. Yeah. But it's just, it's phenomenal to see, when a new coach steps in, how the team reciprocates that and brings it on. And that's what you see tonight. Dutchtown is just finding a system right now with such young players playing in every position. And East Ascension is just testing them on every level, which this is phenomenal to watch.
And during that stretch, Dutchtown has also beaten East Ascension in the playoffs. So that's another, that would not count as a district win, but it's another victory over a district opponent. So,
and that's one thing I've always hated.
Right.
If you had to meet an AP school in playoffs, it's like, why don't y'all just, just take us somewhere else? Or, I'd rather play somebody that's number 1 in the state, because it's you want to see all of AP,
right.
In playoffs, going throughout the, up there in the bracket. And it's just, I always hated seeing that. Or having to play, because even my years as a soccer player, I had to play Dutchtown my sophomore, junior, and senior year, and got kicked out all 3 years in playoffs thanks to great friends of mine that played for Dutchtown High, Taylor Kelly, their goalkeeper, and Chelsea Cruther scoring buku goals on us. So great. It's just Dutchtown's way of soccer. And as we can see right here, Leah Pransky right here for East Ascension, she's going to try to find this outside. But great job by defender for Dutchtown High, number 34, Cameron Badadana. I mean, great job with reading this play and outrunning Leah to where she can kind of what I love to call a hoop run and receive the ball before she can make her next move past her.
They're trying to get it to Pransky right there on the throw in from Baker, but it was just a little too hot. And so it'll go out, and it'll be a goal kick for Elizabeth Meisner. And she's already a great goalkeeper, and she made the All-State team last season, but so far not a lot of pressure on her. And you got to put some sort of pressure on her, because if you don't, she can usually control a game with her defense. But they haven't given a lot of opportunities so far here tonight, as it's been all Dutchtown on the pressure, and you see more pressure coming again.
And this is just Dutchtown being Dutchtown. They're going to find Dutchtown's East Ascension's backline weakness, and they're going to do 1-2s, which that is a 1-2 is when one person finds another person with a one touch, with trying to get behind an opposing player's position. And we're going to be seeing a lot of shots from Dutchtown right now, because they're seeing the clock run down. We're at the 27 minutes left, with them still being 0-0. So this is something EA can celebrate right now and still kind of light a fire under EA with 27 minutes left.
And I'm sure they would like to get a goal just to get the pressure off of themselves, because once you get that lead, then you don't get complacent, but you lose kind of that tightness, I guess.
Absolutely. I mean, it's that whole sense of relief, which, right now, if you can see me in the press box, I was just counting to see the formation, to see if either coach changed up anything with, Dutchtown needing a score and EA playing more defensively. And, Coach Jen actually changed her formation. She is more defensively mindset right now, because you want to keep that 0-0. But then you also want to apply everything right there. And
you have a collision, and I don't think a whistle.
I absolutely think that was clean.
Yeah.
Dutchtown right there. I'm pretty sure that's number one. If you can see this
that's
replay, she tried to hit the ball. She tripped over this person. This person is the sniper of the turf. That's all I'm going to say, because they always lose their footing very easily right here.
So Kokenoski, I believe, will handle the corner kick again for the Lady Griffins. And it's a line drive and cleared easily. Collins trying to get to it and set up and apply more pressure. And now the pass inside and an opportunity and the save.
And that is a save.
That is
right
in frame,
there.
right?
Yes, that is a save. EA's goalkeeper had to come out and, move her feet a little bit to get it. That is a save.
Right. I'm trying to get better at that, because my experience is definitely not in soccer, but But sometimes I get in that habit of seeing anything shot as a shot, and I call it on goal. So I got to do better here, right? I know what you're saying.
I giggle. I mean, people that know soccer, people that don't, and it's very hard to catch on. I mean, all of my parents have watched me my entire life and still does not understand offsides. Both sets of my parents. I have step parents and, blood parents, and I just laugh at it. I'm like, how do y'all not understand this? But then soccer is, to me, it's football without shoulder pads.
Yeah.
Like, that's all I'm going to say.
Well, it can be tough.
Yeah.
And another opportunity. This is Crochet, and it goes off of Dutchtown.
Deflection. It's everything right now. It's do or die. They're shooting to shoot. And
30 yards out.
Absolutely.
And the save from Balon.
I absolutely love watching East Ascension's goalkeeper tonight, Marley Balon, just because of the fact that she is putting on a show with coming out with being I mean, y'all can't hear it. I can hear it every now and then. She's talking to her back line, telling them exactly where they need to be, and that's such great senior leadership.
There was one shot about midway through the first half that went off the post, and that was Dutchtown's biggest threat so far. One did get loose, and it just went wide. But now another opportunity for Dutchtown, but cleared by East Ascension again. And with every minute that passes, they get more and more confident as it's blocked by Balon, and the shot is up and in. And Dutchtown takes the lead.
Absolutely. I've been saying it from the beginning of the game. Right here, you see in this replay, they go from outside to where? The other outside. I mean, they're going to have those people open because of how EA is positioned right now. You know, you can't forget to defend, and you can't always ball watch. To it's going to have to be that you have to man mark and you have to stay with the people. But great job right there with Dutchtown to keeping on. Things like that. EA right there just got to stay on your own people. Stay on the people. That outside back needs to stay with that outside wing.
And the goal comes from the freshman, number 54, Sophia Collins. And so one of the youngsters for Dutchtown puts them in the lead with the first goal of the night. About 18 minutes into the second half. It's 1-0. Dutchtown leads East Ascension. And Dutchtown trying to set up and apply more pressure.
And we're definitely going to see a lot more lax Dutchtown. We're going to be seeing people take people on, and we might see even a second goal.
And another one just over the crossbar from Richardson. And I guess, like I said, you get a little looser. The tightness is off, and so now you can be a little more you can take some more maybe risks and be a little more creative out there, I suppose.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, our first game that we did of the season, not here at Dutchtown, but at the pit when Senemal girls played Dominican, Lillian O'Quinn for Senemal shot 30 yards out, and it went, underneath goalkeeper. They're just going to be shooting now because I'm winning. Not necessarily don't care, but hey, I'm going to try something new, And
there it is again, and up high, and it's in. It's 2-0.
I didn't want to call it, but I'm just saying when one goes in, the second's coming. I mean, you have that beautifully done by number 16, Ava Hart. I mean, simply, and I just feel so bad for EA's goalkeeper because she had it in her hands right there. Just a simple, could have just knocked it out or caught it. But great job right there by continuing the play by number 16 for Dutchtown, Ava Hart, and putting, yet again, Dutchtown on the scoreboard.
And it's 2-0 as goal was at the 18-minute mark, and he had 19-minute mark from Sophia Collins and
Ava Hart.
Ava Hart, freshman and sophomore.
That yet again, I said this in the first half, it is so phenomenal to see what is being played out here tonight, and not a lot of people can appreciate that, but this is underclassmen, people that are making the pride of what EA soccer once was and what Dutchtown soccer once was. This is phenomenal to see tonight.
As Dutchtown was held scoreless by East Ascension for 58 minutes. Right now it's 2-0.
That's a beautifully done by East Ascension tonight. I can't say anything because my last 4 years playing Dutchtown was not this. I mean, it was first half or us coming back. And so great job still by EA. And EA is not out of it because 2-0 is the worst lead that you can have in soccer. We saw it. One was okay. 2 was easier. Same thing. EA is not out of this game. They could find 2 goals easily in this last 19 minutes of this game.
Of course, one thing to Dutchtown's advantage is they have an all-state goalkeeper. So she might be a little cold out there because she's not been tested too much here tonight. As Dutchtown's applied probably about 80% of the pressure here tonight. At least.
Yeah, that is something that I could never play goalkeeper. I would need somebody to talk to.
Right. It's about 45 degrees now too. I would just have to move around and jog around just to stay comfortable.
I would get kicked out the game because I would start commentating on the field or yelling at people that shouldn't be yelling at. So.
Of course, she may not be in that bad a shape because she's wearing long pants and she's got the gloves on, so she might not be as cold as some of the girls out here on this side of the field.
Oh no, that's thin material. I can promise you, she's cold.
Okay then.
Yeah.
I'll trust you.
It is.
A save right there from Balon. And she's able to corral it after the block. So 2-0 Dutchtown with 18 minutes left to go. And what, at this point, if you were just tuning in, you might think, oh, Dutchtown's comfortably ahead. That was not the case. This has been a very well-contested game. Not a lot of offensive firepower from East Ascension here tonight, as you're going to get the goal kick. But Dutchtown, this is not a game that Dutchtown got up early and has been comfortably ahead. This game has been in doubt up until now.
Yeah, literally in the last 10 minutes, it
Right.
has changed drastically just because of the fact that Dutchtown found that one from freshman forward Sophia Collins, and then found the second one from sophomore midfielder Ava Hart. I mean, this is a great example of building a program and seeing your underclassmen come up for your program. And EA, too, I mean, they have been great on that defensive stance, and kudos goes out to goalkeeper number 1, Marley Balon, just because she has kept EA from, getting scored on by Dutchtown, this whole entire fourth of the game.
17 minutes left to go, and now you see Samro in the corner. Tries to get it inside, and it's cleared. This is Armand. And she maintains possession. Good footwork by her. And a Dutchtown player hits the ground, but no whistle.
Yeah, center AR is always going to call that for
and
possession.
Another goal in the corner.
So let's just say he would call that.
Right.
Dutchtown would have not just scored a goal right there. He saw that even after the play. We see it. Their wideout number 26 gets it, Mallory Samro, and then plays it inside. If he would have called that, Dutchtown would have had that third goal taken away. So great job by the center AR for keeping and letting the play go on and creating something. So, like, we see this right here.
Yeah, this is what
she
we were
comes
talking
from
about.
behind Rochester. All right, Dutchtown stays with the possession, goes, and then that was that cross to that center, to the midfielder right there, creating it to be 3-0 Dutchtown.
I like having you in the booth because when you explained it like that, it makes total sense.
Yeah, I mean, me as a coach,
And I'm not being sarcastic at all.
I would have got kicked out right there if I would have been Jared Moss and he would have called that. Because
Right.
I'm like, you just, eliminated a chance for us right there. And that is why you will see the center AR put his hands down and be like, continue to play. If he sees that it's too flagrant, like that person was really trying to hurt, he would have called something. But it's contested, and that's why they still continued on with play, because Dutchtown maintained possession through that.
One thing that we failed to mention while we were clarifying that decision right there was that the ball did go off of the goalie Balon, but the goal will be attributed to Collins, who gets her second goal. So Sophia Collins has 2 goals tonight, starting as a freshman.
That's just amazing right there. I mean, how many people can say, "Oh, my freshman year, I scored 2 goals in addition"?
Right.
That's just amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing, and especially into this extent and this thing. For Collins, this is setting her up for the next 3 years, putting her in a position that she is already being seen by Dutchtown to put them into better positions, things like that, to be counted on in the near future. So I love seeing this young team from both programs right now. Beautifully played ball right there by Galindo.
And East Ascension needs to get on the scoreboard, as the pass is going to be saved in the corner. And here's an opportunity, and they center, and it gets off of Pransky. She had a golden opportunity right there. And they maintain possession.
Still alive.
And the
Man, they
steal.
were trying to find the pass right there. But great job by EA. Pretty sure that's number 21 or maybe 22, Madison Abear.
You're going to
If
see
I can see.
I believe the whistle, and I believe that's going to be called on
Dutchtown.
That's on Crochet.
Yeah. Number 25, Ava Lambert for EA was the one that got fouled. That was a beautiful job for contesting that ball and going up and trying to get your team in position. And Leah, oh man, her shot played right there, as we can see on that replay. Ava just try to contest it, and DUTCHTOWN just simply put their body on her and put her down on the ground.
As Pransky may have had to wait a split second too much for the bounce, and that kind of maybe mess up her timing right there, and so another opportunity for East Ascension. Pransky had a couple of opportunities in the last minute, but DUTCHTOWN remains scoreless, or East Ascension remains scoreless with 12:37 left to go. It's 3-0 DUTCHTOWN, and all 3 goals have been scored in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, and something I love that EA is not giving up. I mean, in the last 2 minutes, they've had a little bit more jive in their step and things trying to get up. I mean, I have a feeling Leah Pransky is about to be shooting from 30, 40 yards out.
Yeah.
Just to have, more shots on goal. Shots are something that you can't, it's not easily to come by every game. So if you have to shoot, that's always been my motto, no matter what. If you have an open shot, shoot. You never know what's going to happen.
Of course, DUTCHTOWN is leading 3-0, and they've played very well, but I've been very impressed with East Ascension. And we mentioned they're the number 16 team in the power rankings right now, and one thing to keep an eye on is the way this district plays out, they can win a couple games in district. They could get a home playoff game, as we see Collins with an opportunity and a shot saved by Balon. But East Ascension, even if they don't win this game here tonight, they can go 2-3 in district or keep things competitive. And they've played 1-2 in district so far. So and right now they're in that 16 spot. They could be, if they can win a game or two in those last 3 in district, they could be playing for a home playoff game, perhaps.
Yeah.
They're a playoff team.
Oh, no, absolutely. They're definitely, from their stats this year and how they're playing here tonight against DUTCHTOWN, they're definitely going to be a team that in a playoff is going to shock a lot of people. And that's something that I've always loved about playoffs, because it doesn't matter what you're ranked, it's matter who wants it more that night. And as we can see, EA, has held off DUTCHTOWN for 50 minutes, and now it's 3-0, and that's just going to be DUTCHTOWN's program in itself. They build it, each year in and out and things like that. And Jared Moss right now, he's kind of, going on, hey, I've won a last 11, district games, things like that. And that's the culture that you build over there. And so they're used to being down also this year and coming back. So, it's been a great game to watch on both sides because of how they both, have transitioned this year in such difference, with last year DUTCHTOWN having more of a heavy upperclassman, mindset, and then this year having more of an underclassman mindset, and the same thing with East Ascension this year.
And just the numbers is the thing that is sticks out when you look at these rosters, because East Ascension is doing what they're doing tonight with about 15 players.
Yeah.
And DUTCHTOWN has about 50.
Yeah.
And just the depth and the amount of players they have, it's easier to find a goal scorer, and when you can basically take that many people out there and see what they have. But East Ascension has been able to do it with limited resources and players, and that's what's even more impressive to me as well.
Yeah, I mean, just talking about most of the people that we have talked about EA tonight, they're juniors. They're coming back next year. So, them playing in these high-level games, I'm scared for them next year, because they're going to be ready. They're going to be powerful and that kind of thing. And, talking to Coach Jen Franklin, she just talks about how special this group is, because this group has 16 freshmen who've come in and stepped up, in the time of need to fill in those holes or fill in gaps that Coach Jen wants to create in the formation. And as we can see, EA right here with number 8, right? It's like trying to see him run. Yeah, Cardi. She has been phenomenal for EA tonight because of the fact that she is making herself play. And Coach Jen has sent in that she has scored on every level. She scored one of the 2 goals versus Denham. So she has under her belt scoring in district. And this is going to be EA's 4th throw-in of the game with both halves, not really having a lot of throw-in opportunities for EA tonight.
I'll be really interested to see that game next Saturday when they take on Sandomal, because right now they have a better record than Sandomal. They're higher in the power ratings than Sandomal. That could be a good test for them to see where they stand in district play, if they can be competitive or actually win the game next week. Right now they need a miracle to overcome a 3-0 deficit with about 7 minutes left, but they're a team on the rise, and that's going to be fun to watch. Now, Dutchtown, we're going to see them in a couple of days against Sandomal, and that's going to be a good test for Sandomal. We saw them earlier in the season. As you see, Pransky with an opportunity.
And just kind of fumbles it with her feet, trying to get it past 3 defenders right there. I wish Pransky would have kind of took off a little bit and tried to shoot from the 18-yard box right there instead of trying to dance with the ball inside the box. But great job, way to get open, and way to keep applying pressure to Dutchtown's defense.
Now, Dutchtown on Thursday against Sandomal, as we mentioned, they make the 3-day sweep of Ascension Parish. We've seen Sandomal. We've been out to the pit earlier this season. We saw Sandomal take on Dominican, and they took the early 1-0 lead in that game, but Dominican was too much for them. As you can talk about Sandomal a little bit. They're a young team. They still are trying to find their way because they have a new coach, and that's a transition in itself. They don't have their veteran coach anymore for some reason.
Yeah, their old coach. Yeah, no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I mean,
you said it. You said it.
I know. I told my freshmen that with the first few days back. I introduced myself and I say that I was a coach for 11 years, and they're like, "You're that old?" I'm like, "Great. I'm my grandparents now."
Yeah.
No, I mean, I look at it and I see. I don't know if it's because of the pride or anything else, but anytime I just see Sandomal soccer on a spreadsheet or seeing them on a schedule, I just I get goosebumps because of the fact the history that they have of coming into playoffs and just ruining people's playoff dreams.
Yes.
Last year, we had to play the number 16 team, Denham, beat them. The number 4 Bird came, we beat them, and then had to go play Dominican. I mean, Sandomal is the same thing as Dutchtown and EA.
Right.
I mean, you don't want to play AP teams. It's just something about Ascension Parish and what this community has instilled in student athletes and pride and wanting to play and things like that. And that's something that I've always been so proud of being a head coach is never contest us out. Never say never, things of that nature. And that's something that I'm love seeing right here with EA. They're still having offensive possession with, less than 5 minutes to play. And, a lot of times you see teams right here, it's 3-0, who cares? No, they're still trying because they still have to make a name for themselves.
Yeah.
Dutchtown has beat them the last 6-7 years, so they have to make a name. They have to make a statement in district. Like I said, you can end a district game 0-0, and if there is a tie, it's going to go to a goal differentiation. Like if this team scored more on this team, or you allowed more, or you didn't allow things in that. So that's something that I know Coach Jen and EA is just trying to work for right now. I got to score one to where I can be the only one in district that scores against Dutchtown.
And I like their chances against some of their opponents because we talked about Dutchtown's first district game, and they beat Live Oak, which is a comparable team in record and power ranking. They beat them 7-0, and I didn't see that game, but I'm confident that was a much easier match for Dutchtown than this one was here tonight, because as we have said a couple of times, this game was scoreless for about 58 minutes, and so even though they will probably win both games, as you see another save right there by Balon with 3:38 left to go.
Yeah,
East Ascension has looked much better against Dutchtown than some of their opponents that they have played this season.
Yeah, I agree. And then some of it, it's a different night. It's a lot colder tonight, different atmosphere. You're at DUTCHTOWN. This field has history in itself. Knowing as a coach that only won here once,
yep.
I get it. It's the feeling of looking up, seeing Griffin Stadium. It's like a chill in your bone. Like you're like, oh, hate this place. But then it's like, you come to win no matter who you are, no matter what side you're on. But I actually want to give credit right now to Coach Jared Moss, because he's made substitutions, and that last possession by DUTCHTOWN was actually a drive force from number 7, Vivian Savoy, a senior. So, Coach Jared Moss right here is giving more play time to, people that does not get to see the field a lot.
Right.
And that's something as an old coach I love to see. Just people that may not have the opportunity to play in games come up, in a district game to be able to play.
And that one just off the crossbar again, and a save. So DUTCHTOWN just having, I guess they're just trying to have fun out there and get another goal.
Yeah, and that was number 7 that I was just talking about, Vivian Savoy. She, coming into the game and being a force. I mean, people, I've always said this, just because you don't play a lot doesn't mean that when you get to go in, you don't go all out.
Right.
Like a coach wants to see that, because if you're just going in there, I'm only getting to play 5 minutes. A coach wants to see, what are you going to do in that 5 minutes? Because then that next game, I can play you 20 minutes, because of what you did in that 5 minutes. And that's something hopefully everybody can hear. Like, as a former coach, that's what I looked for. What are you going to do in 5 minutes to give us the next time 20 minutes,
And DUTCHTOWN was expected to have a lot of senior leadership this season, and they were expected to be like an older team. And because of various reasons, they've had to go young. And so far tonight, it's paid off, because the freshmen and the sophomores are the goal scorers,
and
you see some more speed.
Beautiful.
That's Savoy, who definitely has the freshest legs on the field.
I'm clapping up here. That was such a beautiful run by Savoy right there for DUTCHTOWN. She implemented the space. She got away from the defender, received the ball, outran the defender with the ball. Beautiful job right there.
And now DUTCHTOWN sets up. We're inside of 2 minutes, as DUTCHTOWN is going to win this game and improve to 10-4-3. East Ascension is going to drop to 7-7, but they still have 3 winnable district games. As I said before, East Ascension is going to drop to 0-2 in district, but they've also played the top 2 teams in district by a mile, according to the power rankings.
Yeah, absolutely.
So now they're going to get 3 games against comparable opponents, and this is where you're going to see what kind of team they really have.
Yeah.
So you can have a corner coming, and we talked about you're about to get into a situation where they're going to have some road games. They're going to have to go to to Livingston Parish twice as you get another save. They're going to go to Live Oak, and then they're going to go to Walker before they finish out with Santa Moss. So if they can pull out a win or two in Livingston Parish, that's going to be a good sign for their chances in the postseason.
Yeah. I mean, just anything right now with having to travel back to back, that's going to be a test for EA. But I mean, just seeing how they play tonight and seeing that denim, I think they have it. Being an AP proud person, EA is going to challenge those 2 teams that they play next in Walker and Live Oak, and DUTCHTOWN too. I mean, as what we can see, they didn't score until like the 58th minute, but as we can hear, that is the final here from Griffin Field. But I mean, DUTCHTOWN too, with playing such young people, they found the back of the net 3 times.
Yep.
That is phenomenal for their program. Yes, it took them quite longer than what DUTCHTOWN is used to, but they came out with the win tonight.
And our final score is DUTCHTOWN 3, East Ascension 0. And we're going to come back after a short break and wrap things up. You're watching the REV Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of DUTCHTOWN High School would like to thank Advantage Physical Therapy, SCC Heating and Cooling, Tata Law Firm, Raising Cane's in Prairieville, Ross Downing Buick GMC, Hollis Orthodontics, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation, Peak Performance Physical Therapy for their support of our Griffins Sports Medicine Program.
Welcome back to the Rev Game of the Week. We're wrapping things up here tonight. Jeff Porsche and Jolie Hartman with you. Our final, Dutchtown 3, East Ascension nothing. That doesn't tell the whole story. It was scoreless at the half, and Dutchtown got 2 goals at about the 18 and 19 minute mark and kind of blew the game open, and then got a late goal. All 3 goals, I believe, came within about a 5 to 10 minute span, and that's why the game finishes 3-0.
Yeah, I mean, it was something just to attest to who scored. 2 goals by freshman Sophia Collins tonight for Dutchtown, and then Ava Hart, a sophomore, that has been so driven here tonight for Dutchtown. It was their underclassmen that rise above for this game, but yet again, just excellent effort by East Ascension tonight with holding Dutchtown to 50 minutes. Their goalkeeper, Marley Balin, for what I wrote down as the statistics, had 12 saves tonight.
Very
True
impressive.
save. So, I mean, that's phenomenal for her. And Dutchtown, altogether, they had 13 shots on goal, with a few of them hitting the crossbar and things like that. So, great job by both teams tonight. And for me, making AP proud, because this was a great game.
And Dutchtown will be back in action on our network here in 2 days.
Yeah.
As we're going to go to the pit. And
Yes.
it should be a little easier to see the numbers out there, as it's going to be Dutchtown girls versus Santa Maria girls. So girls soccer, big week for AP District 6 girls soccer, Thursday at 6 p.m. And then Tuesday you're going to get the Dutchtown Santa Maria. You're going to flip-flop. The girls are going to play at the pit. The boys are going to play at Griffin Field. And then Saturday you're going to finish out the AP round robin, as Santa Maria will take on East Ascension. All the games on Rev Sports on YouTube, and then replayed on Rev Channel 4. I'm going to wrap things up because we got to get Nolan and Jake and Courtney out inside, because they did a great job tonight, and they're cold. So let's get them back in here. Thank you, Andre, for your great direction. Thank you, Lyle, for your support. And thank you, Jolie, and we're going to see you in a couple of days at your home turf.
Woohoo!
So that's going to do it. Our final score, Dutchtown 3, East Ascension nothing. You have been watching the Rev Game of the Week.